Hey, shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baharakah Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honor to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I was just meditating on this situation between the Palestinian people and the JOOs. And there's a lot of similarities, not completely similar, but a lot of similarities to what happened when Esau Edom went over to the Americas, and more specifically I'm going to speak about North America with the tribes of Gad and Reuben. See, this man went into the land, he met people already there in his possession and coveted the land. Right? He coveted the land. He wanted to increase himself with that which is not his. That is their MO. They are greedy. And so one thing we learned about Esau is he loves a good PR. He loves to paint himself as the victim and the hero, and paint his victims as the bad guy, as the villain. And that's what he did with the Native American Indians, right? They became, the buzzword was savages. They were savages. All right? And so anytime the Native American Indians would do anything, even to retaliate against the loss of their land, the loss of home, they would use the bloodshed and be like, look, they're savages. But when they're killing, they're not savages. You see? Let's get Micah 2 right? Micah 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Esau always has a propaganda campaign to go along with his crimes, and he will always paint his victims as the criminal and him as the victim. And so he did that, and over time he killed more and more, massacred more and more Native American Indians, and took more and more of their land, all while depicting these people through various means, through newspapers and movies and whatever, as savages, in order to justify his stealing, his murder, his rape, his acts of savagery. And when I'm thinking about it, the Romans did the same thing. Anybody who wasn't a Roman was declared to be a barbarian, which justified their barbaric acts towards these people. And then so we're led to believe that this man changed, that this man became civilized, that he's now a humanitarian. But the fact of the matter is, he hasn't changed. These major corporations still operate the same way the East India Company did. They still operate under gunboat diplomacy. All the same corruption happens, all the same bloodshed. It's just that they've become more sophisticated in their control of the narrative and the media and their propaganda. And that can be seen in its fullness with what's happening here in Palestine. Let's get the scripture here. It says 2 Corinthians 11:14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Here it is, these people have gone in there, stolen land, murdered, killed, do what they got to do. They never highlight it, right? They break international laws, Geneva Convention, it's all good. But they will highlight anything that the Palestinians do, and the media will jump onto it, and they're terrorists, and they're savages, and they're the worst people on the planet Earth. So now that justifies us blowing up hospital, decimating children, just doing what we want to do, when really because we want the land. So I ask you, has Esau changed? Because The reason I say Esau is that this is a coordinated effort. The Edomites in America and Britain that's running it, they know exactly what's going on, and they're going along with it. And then so what do you see? The average everyday Edomite supporting it, the same way the average everyday Edomite was supporting the murder and the slaughter of Gad. And they're Christians. It's the same people doing the same bullshit. 2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. These people are good at transforming themselves into being the hero. They know how to spin a narrative. If you just watch how the media has handled Hamas, they have spun the perfect narrative, ignoring the death toll that these JOOs have caused and are going to cause on the other side. It's crazy, man. But when you really think about it, man, it's Esau being Esau. It's Esau being Esau. He loves the blood, especially when it comes to our people. And you're going to find that out. You're going to find out that this man, he's still that savage. And the same way he's dealing with these Palestinians, he's going to be dealing with you Jakes, man, in these cities all over America, all over Britain, and all over Europe. Because he's still got that bloodlust in him. He don't care. Right? He got that perpetual hatred. This is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast said, so thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And that was beginning with Gad, but he did that with all the tribes. Therefore, as I said, live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Because these guys don't hate blood. All they want to do is set up a situation where they can justify it, and they ready to spill blood by the boatload. Yeah, that's their spirit, and you can see that. There's images of the Gaza Strip looking like something out of Outworld from Mortal Kombat. They're indiscriminately just going in there and just destroying the place, man. What kind of, just like how Esau went in there with that nuclear weapon in Japan. These people have not changed. And you're going to find that out, Jake. You're going to find out that Esau, whether he calls himself liberal or conservative, it doesn't matter. These are not humanitarians. When it gets down to it, they don't ramp to shed blood. In fact, let's get Ezekiel 21:9, because you see that same label of terrorists that they're putting on these Palestinians, they're going to put a label on you, Jake, too. And the label and a few instances is going to be used to justify wholesale culling of you, Jake, man. Oh no, they can't do that, bro. They've been doing it, man. That's their nature. And they're going to paint themselves as being the hero, and you're the villain. You're the problem. Ezekiel 21:9, he says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and ye have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And that slayer is Esau Edom. That's what he's good at. He's good at destruction. He's good at lies and propaganda and deceit and dehumanizing people in order to slaughter them like animals. Right? And these Edomites here in the West will sit here and go along with it. Yeah, them guys are terrorists. Blow them all up. And then go church. And then go past a Hebrew Israelite camp and tell us to love our neighbor. and love our enemies. These people are crazy, man. This man is the ultimate hypocrite, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I do see similarities in the modus operandi, or however the hell you say it. This devil ain't changed, man. And he ain't gonna change. He's gonna be stopped. He's not gonna change. Hey, this guy's wild, man. Esau, boy. Real bloodthirsty Don.